Okay, continuing on with our point of view worksheet for this week, we are learning again about point of view of the narrator or the narrator's perspective. Is it in first person, second person, or third person? And as we learned, first person, they use I, me, my. Second person, they use you. Third person, he, she, it, they, their name, or maybe like an animal or something like that. So here's a fun little graphic just to remind you. First person, I, we. Second person, you. Third person, he, she, it, they. So you can use that as a reference to help you. So let's look at number 2 here. Second example. And we're looking for our keywords, I, me, you, he, she, it, or they. Let's see if we see any in example number 2. It says, the dew on the grass made my running shoes damp. Do you see any words there that would give you a clue if it's first, second, or third person? I see one. I see my. And what does my tell us it is? First person. So I, me, or my will be first person. So I'm going to highlight that blue. Let's continue reading. See if we're right. It didn't bother me. Me is another example. Continuing on. The sound of my feet hitting the street formed a rhythm, a steady pattern of light thumps. My is another example of first person. So it's looking like this is written in the first person. So the narrator is talking about themselves. Let's continue reading. I timed my breathing with the rhythm. I, of course. These sounds filled my head. You're starting to get the idea. There's my, another key word for first person. I thought of nothing other than the next step in keeping my tempo. I soared over the sidewalks like concrete clouds. So clearly this is written in the first person because we see my, me, my, I, my, I. So you're just going to write first person, narrator's perspective. It is first person. And how do you know? Because, sorry, that's a little small. The narrator used my, me, and I. A little bit bigger so you can see it. Okay, so this is an example of first person. Now, what if they were used the word you instead of I? Or if they said, I, or the dew on the grass made your running shoes damp. It didn't bother you. The sound of your feet hitting the street formed a rhythm, a steady pattern of light thumps. What do you think that would be? Would that be first, second, or third person? If I use the word you, first, second, or third. If I were to use the word you, it would be second person. Okay? So be sure to look for those keywords. I, we, you, he, she,